and welcome to the last video before our coming event on how to handle corporate template in PowerPoint professionally. With this series of videos, I would expect you to be a master now of how to use placeholders, create custom layouts. I mean, come on, we have been working together transforming slides, just applying layouts to normal slides and turning them into super effective slides. In the second video, we have even explored how to create these custom layouts, combining special objects from the slide master in PowerPoint. But you know what? We haven't yet explored all these objects properly. So in this third video, I would really like to show you a few common mistakes that people normally do when using the slide master and clarify them by teaching you how to use the special objects of the slide master in PowerPoint. My name is Maurizio Lacava. I am the founder of the Lean Presentation Design, and my goal is to help you to develop better presentations in half the time. Does it ever happen to you that you have fields in PowerPoint that you are not able to modify? For example, I have this private and confidential. This is very traditional. This often happens. I want to modify it, but when I click it, I can't click it. Or for example, I have the logo here. I try to select it, but guess what? I can't select it. Now, very often what I see people doing at this point is they create a white box overlay and they hide the parts that they don't like. But this, of course, is not the correct solution. If you get something that you cannot click, it is because these objects are hidden into the slide master. So all you have to do is go to the slide master and select them. How do we get into the slide master? Once again, if you haven't watched the previous videos, I remind you that you can get into the slide master from View Slide Master, or you can use the slide master jump trick, which is Shift plus click here, and you get into the slide master. Now, the moment in which you get to the slide master, you are immediately took to the layout connected to the slide you were working on. So in this case, this is the layout I was working on. And as you can see, I can now finally select these objects. For example, I can cancel the private and confidential, and I can move the logo to the left. The magic of the slide master stands in the fact that you can then see the logo well positioned in a consistent way in all the slides using the same layout. And of course, if you modify the position of this logo in one layout, in the layout to which all these slides are connected, then the logo will clearly move consistently in all the slides connected to this layout. Sometimes it happens that you cannot select the logo, well, let's say a fixed object that is hidden somewhere in your master. Now you know the master because you've been watching my videos and eventually you will participate to the event. If you haven't registered, make sure you register. And when you go to the slide master, you won't be able to select it. Weird. The reason why you can't select it from the layout is probably because it's somewhere at a higher level. Where can it be then? Well, if you look at the master, you will see that the higher level is the theme. Now the theme contains all the layouts, right? Each theme has a lot of layouts into it. Well, at least one, but it could contain more, and normally it contains more. If the logo is in the theme, then you might need to move it from here. And as you can see, when I move it from here, it will consistently be moved in all the layouts, and automatically, if I leave the slide master, it will be moved in all the slides. Now, of course, do not work in the theme because you might want some degree of flexibility when you work in PowerPoint. Better to standardize the layout, so put the logo in your layout, but always keep the flexibility In case you want to create a layout which doesn't have the logo, you can always do that by right-click, select, and you select one of the 3 layouts. Now, this way you can use layouts with the logo, and you can use layouts without the logo, but you always keep some degree of flexibility. So my recommendation is make sure you always are in the position in which you can create layouts that are completely free from standard objects, and you will get the best optimizing this trade-off between being free but also being efficient. The second common mistake that people do when working in PowerPoint is that they see these placeholders. Let's say, for example, here I need this title placeholder. Here I need this text placeholder. But in the next slide, I just need the title, but I don't need the text placeholder. So what do? Just remove it. Now, seriously, you don't remove placeholders. Placeholders are not made to be removed or edited anyhow from outside the slide master. If you don't need this placeholder here, this means that you probably need a different layout. Therefore, you go here, you change your layout, and here you go. You look for a layout that doesn't necessarily have that placeholder in that position. If that layout doesn't exist, then you can always go to the slide master and create it. Let's say, for example, you wanted a layout with 3 placeholder text, and here you only have one with 2. So what you can do is you duplicate. Always remember, especially if you work with a corporate template, duplicate the existing layout, not to violate the template, right? So here we have 2, and I will create a third one, right? So you see, I duplicated this one, Control D, and then I edited the new one. Now I can go to my presentation, I can select a slide, and I can easily go and scout for this new placeholder. As you can see here, it's still written 2 contents, so that the naming is not correct. I can go back to the slide master and I can rename it into 3, for example. So, okay. So now when I go and look for it, I will see 3 content, and then I know that this is the one that I need. There are different kinds of placeholders that you can use. Here you have text placeholders, picture placeholder, chart placeholders, table placeholders. You also have content placeholder, which is the one that we're using here, but I don't specifically love it because it gives too much flexibility to the user input. So I can insert some text, but I can also insert some charts, or I can insert some tables. You know, it's not very strict, and therefore it gives too much flexibility, in my opinion, to the user, which might be counterproductive. Another cool thing that you can do from the slide master is editing the style of the theme, meaning the colors or the fonts. You can also customize the fonts so that you can have the same font into the headings and the bodies. Why would you need to have the same font? Because one font is more than enough when you do presentations. Okay, heading towards the end of this tutorial. If you find all of these a bit technical, a bit complicated, it's normal. Do not worry. I've been there too. And you know what? The truth is that you can pick up some cool learnings from these 3 videos, but it's just having the full picture that you will really understand how to use all these tools, and you will connect the dots. We will do this during the event. During the event, I will share full methodology on how to approach, develop a corporate template professionally, and I will also give you some backbone structural knowledge on how to understand the slide master and the behind the scenes of PowerPoint. Once you will get that, your way of working in PowerPoint will change forever. You will become much more effective, and you will start developing all of a sudden impressively impactful slides. Make sure you comment on this video, and I'm looking forward to meeting you at the event. Don't miss it out.